Dear students, today let us understand Coulomb's law in vector form. Now, what we do is, to understand Coulomb's law of vector form, we take two charges, q1 and q2. Now say q1 is placed at A and q2 is placed at B. Now, let us consider both the charges q1 and q2 are positive. So, charge at q1 will experience a force due to q2, and that force is F12. So we can say that F12 is equal to K into q1 q2 divided by r squared. Now r is the distance of separation between the two charges. K is a constant. In SI unit it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now you see the force F12 is directed away from Q2. So this part is the magnitude and the direction is given by the unit vector R21 cap. So that is the force experienced by charge q1 due to charge q2. So F12 bar is equal to K into q1 q2 by r squared into R21 cap. So this force is directed in the direction BA. Similarly, we can say the force on charge q2 due to charge q1 at A is given by F21 bar is equal to constant K into q1 q2 divided by r squared into R12 cap. R12 cap. Now this R12 cap, as you see, it is directed from A to B. That is the direction of force F21. So this part is the magnitude and this gives you the direction. R21 cap is along BA and R12 cap is along AB. So these are the two forces acting on charge q1 and q2. Now from the figure it is clear that the position vectors R21 cap is equal to minus of R12 cap. So this implies that F12 bar is equal to minus of F21 bar. Thus, the force exerted by two charges on each other are equal and opposite. Clearly, Coulomb's law is in accordance with Newton's third law of motion, which states that every action and reaction are equal and opposite. Now let us find out the value of Coulomb's constant K. Now the value of Coulomb constant K is given by K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into epsilon r. Since epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. Now here epsilon is known as the permittivity. The epsilon naught is known as absolute permittivity. Absolute permittivity, and its value is around 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12, and the unit is Coulomb squared Newton inverse meter to the power of minus 2. Here epsilon r is known as the relative permittivity relative permittivity, or it is also called the dielectric constant of the medium. Now, so we can write K is equal to 1 by 4 pi, and the value of epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 into epsilon r, that is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 divided by epsilon r. Now if you calculate this value, it comes out to be 9 into 10 to the power of 9 divided by epsilon r. Now if the charges are placed in free space, now free space means vacuum or air, then epsilon r is taken to be 1 for air or vacuum. Then we can write F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 divided by r squared. Now this is the value of K, or we can write F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Q1 Q2 divided by r squared, and this is Newton, because this is force and the value of force is in Newton. For air or vacuum, we can say that epsilon r equals to 1. Epsilon r equals to 1. That means if epsilon r is equals to 1, then K is also equal to 1. So this is a value of K. This is a value of K in SI unit, and this value of K is called the Coulomb's constant.